Overdrive. We've got a bit of a Dukes of Hazzard spin on this episode. Let's get to it right away with the Beck Muffler Automotive Roundtable, and today we'll be talking about the LA Auto Show, which just recently happened, and there's a lot of exciting things to talk about, so let's get to it with Joe Jepsen and Phil Norris.
Okay, let's do this thing.
All right, so the first car we've got to talk about today is the Subaru BRZ STI. This is a car that they showed that Subaru and Toyota, it's a joint venture between the two of them, and it's kind of like an evolution of the Supra. Remember that awesome mid-90s Japanese sports car. It's rumored to be priced at $25,000, and it's going to be known under two names in America, the Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. Now, the difference between the Subaru and the Scion is that the Subaru will have 100 extra horsepower. So, guys, what do we think?
Well, I guess I'll start off first. Just you viewers at home recognize that these are brand new cars. He had to read off this list just because we didn't know anything about it. But seeing this for the first time, I think it's a beautiful car, honestly. I think it's sleek. Kind of reminds me of a souped-up Rolls-Royce a bit, a little more cost-effective Rolls-Royce, too.
Now, see, you keep saying Subaru, but see, this is the new Supra. Don't let him fool you.
He's so adamant about that because you drive a Celica, correct? In real life, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I do. I do drive a Celica.
This car looks like it pooped
okay.
out your car. I'm going to be honest.
But everyone knows that the Supras were the best sports car of the 90s. No denying that. 90s.
Well, what about the Ferrari F50?
That's supercar, David.
Oh, I've been gotten. No, I'm really excited about this. I mean, let's face it, a nice rear-wheel drive, budget-priced. I mean, it's the only one I can think of that's rear-wheel drive they still make is the Mazda Miata. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a woman's car. Sorry, it's a woman's car.
Strong female car.
This strikes me as a hardcore man's car. I mean, it's even got a wing, so that obviously makes it a... Now, I think we're going to talk about a woman car. The Fiat 500, but it's the Abarth edition, and apparently they're trying to market it as not J-Lo's Fiat, which they tried to market the first Fiat they brought to America, the Fiat 500.
Just take a look at this. I don't care what name you give to this, what kind of addition you put on this. If you ask me, that screams middle-aged mother all over it, if you ask me. Joe, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they would be more successful, if they marketed this to, like, teenage girls, made it pink, put sunflowers on the side. I think they'd sell a lot of them.
Does 160 horsepower and turbocharged change your opinion?
160? Miata does 182, and you guys were just bashing on that, so...
Yeah. I don't care what you do to the inside of the car, and I don't care how fast it is. If it looks like a janked up Volkswagen Beetle, then I'm not going to drive it.
That's what I was just about to say. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Volkswagen in here, and from a car company that's supposedly owned by Chrysler. That owns Chrysler. Excuse me. I don't know. Since it's a 2012 model, we might actually be able to get it on Overdrive.
Give me that car. Look at that picture of that car. This is a knot pile. Knot over here, good car over there.
Okay,
Keep the
good car. We got the BRZ and the good
knot
pile.
over here.
And we've got the Fiat Abarth. Now again, if Fiat's watching this, send us an Abarth. We will change our opinion if you guys, if we can test drive it, But the BRZ probably wouldn't be able to get in that one. That's still a concept as far as they're concerned. Okay, now I think we all universally liked the Mustang the last time we were on Overdrive.
Oh yeah.
How does 5.8-liter V8, 650 horsepower, and a top speed of 202 miles an hour sound?
I'm speechless.
Yep.
To be honest, I'm speechless. That is the last one, the 2012 that we all got to drive. I mean, that was wonderful. So I mean, just what I just heard, if they can soup it up even more, I'll leave right now.
Well, here's the 2013 GT500 Shelby Mustang. It is brand new, and Ford are adamant that it's faster than the ZL1 Camaro that they've also come out with recently, and as we found out, that Camaros aren't really that great, so might not be the biggest claim ever. But then again, Chevy, if you're watching, ZL1 Camaro, this way.
Yeah, seriously. But, Joe, you start, because this is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
All right, well, everyone knows Mustang is pretty much the iconic American car, and they just keep making it better. There's not really that much they can do, aesthetically, because they don't have to do that much to it aesthetically. Don't fix what isn't broken. But I'm definitely like the direction they're taking this, just to continue the Shelby line with honor. How much horsepower? That has 650 horsepower, 202-mile-an-hour top speed. I mean, for years, not even that long ago, the world's record top speed for cars wasn't even over, 200. So, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about this because I mean, it's all good things to say. This thing screams king of the road. I mean, roll down the street in one of these things and everybody's going to be looking at you. We said it about the last 2012 Camaro. This thing is like 10 times better. This is the most beautiful car I've ever seen. Honestly, I'm making a new pile for it. This is going to be the good. This is going to be the bad. This is going to be the beautiful. So, there we go.
Okay, how does this sound, guys? 500 horsepower engine, Hemi, it's a Hemi, and it looks like this. What do you guys think?
That's beautiful. Does it exist, is my question.
No. They're not going to make it. It's just a non-street legal Chrysler 300 426S, and it's just a concept. It's just a pipe dream, pretty much. So what do we think? Should Chrysler make it?
I definitely think Chrysler should go ahead and make this. The Chrysler 300C that they came out with a couple years ago, and yeah, it kind of looks like they're copying Rolls-Royce. However, it's pretty much the best American, or at least best looking, in my opinion, American sedan that you can buy. I mean, not everyone can cart their kids around in a Mustang or Camaro, something sporty like that. So this, the Chrysler 300C was a good option because it still had a lot of power. It could go. It had a V8 in it, and it was also a sedan. It looked laid back and professional.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When I see this car, I think of one thing, and I think of just Bruce Wayne's day car. I mean, this is about the equivalent inside of the Batmobile, if you ask me. This thing looks beautiful. I mean, it's sleek, stylish. It doesn't quite look like a sports car, but it's a luxury car for sure. And I honestly think this is a beautiful car, if you ask me. If I was a rich CEO, I'd be buying one of these puppies. So yeah, I think definitely you should start selling these and mass producing these because I think they'll make a pretty penny off of them.
Personally, I thought the original 300C was just hideous. And I know Joe will probably disagree with me on there, but and if you had to buy a four-door American sedan car, I would go with the Chrysler, or the Cadillac CTS-V. Mm-hmm. But that almost looks like a CTS-V killer to me. That car looks like an awesome car. Not so much the 300C they've got out now. That, if they make it, is a pretty awesome car.
I'm finding this one hard, and honestly, if I had to put this one, it's going to be my third choice. You want to know why?
Why?
How much is this puppy running? Do we know yet?
The rumored is $25,000. It's rumored.
$25,000.
Not official.
I think it's going to be higher than that, honestly. This looks more expensive than that.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm going to throw this over here. I'm going to put it in between the female car and the cool, semi-cool, what was this one again?
Subaru.
The Subaru, just because...
Supra.
It's not a Supra.
Not a Supra.
You silence yourself. Just because this looks like a car that a CEO is going to drive, I don't think it's a car that everybody's going to want. I think it's a decent car. It's a cool looking car, but I don't think it's anything that's like, bam, to like all age groups. I have to have that. It looks like a middle-aged guy is going to be driving his kids around in that. What we did was we decided to have a little race, and we found a dirt field out in the middle of the country, and we took 3 cars. We took the Jeep Wrangler, we took the Honda Accord, and we took a Ford truck. And it was a Chevy truck. Okay. Well, of course, a Ford wouldn't fall apart. But
no.
Yeah. So we took these 3 cars and we did a little timed lap run around the field. And what exactly happened, guys?
We wanted to see if the Jeep really is the best car out off-road, and so we set up a little race. This is what happened. Yep, you guessed it. Our rally track is at a farm. What can you expect from Central Indiana?
Hey guys, we're here. We're at our off-road rally we've just created to prove that the Jeep is the best car off-road.
To compete against the Jeep, we have the Honda, which I honestly think is going to be in last place compared to the truck and the Jeep. And then we have the truck.
For some reason, unknown to me and Phil, they decided not to let us drive the cars ourselves. So, here are our test drivers. Will Kelly, Cameron Wright, and Jake Boss. Their task was to go around a track we devised to see who has the best lap time, and the Honda was up first. 3, 2, 1.
Honda Accord, lap time, 1 minute 20.
Did it? Nope. The old Honda right here made it all the way through, around. Let's see your Jeep do it. All right.
Jeep did a 106.
The next car up was the truck, and it was graceful. But there was a problem.
Broke his exhaust. All right, the truck's been eliminated through breaking down. So, round 2, it's the Honda versus the Jeep, and if the Honda wins, I'll probably eat my hat because that would be insane. 3, 2, 1. Score, minute 4 for the Honda. Cameron says he can get under a minute. I bet he can. All right, let's do this. Yeah. 3. This was 0.6 of a second he beats Will Kelly's time.
Put it in 4. You want to race again?
Hey, let's take this somewhere else than dry field.
How are we taking on the street?
No, that's dry. Let's take it in some mud.
I think you got me there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
no words.
yeah, the Overdrive rally has had a little bit of everything. Dramatic driving,
Very dramatic.
fast driving, good off-roading, and some bad off-roading, and
And a broken truck sitting right behind
yeah,
you.
broken truck. So, awkwardly, I think we're gonna have to send it back to the studio. We'll probably have more information on what happened when we
When we adjourn.
Yeah, when we adjourn.
So, David, how many Hondas did you break on that feature there?
We didn't break any Hondas. We broke a truck. It was a bit embarrassing. I'll give it that. It still runs, if that's any consolation.
Right, and where's that tailpipe at?
We don't know.
I think it's actually lodged into the dirt about 2 feet down somewhere in a country field out in the middle of nowhere right now.
Yeah.
So.
See, the Honda actually surprised me a lot, and it was nearly as fast as the Jeep. It was kind of crazy. You know what? I think we can make this point. Off-road driving has a lot more to do with who is driving the car rather than what car it is.
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
It doesn't matter if it's four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. It doesn't matter. If you've got someone who can't handle a car off-road, you're going to end up a tree or end up upside down using the roll bars, as you said.
Exactly. Or losing your muffler.
Well,
yeah.
That was pretty slow. Pretty slow speed action there to lose a muffler. But, you know, that's just, I think that's something we tried to prove, and we did prove it, that the Jeep is the best off-road in a race, but just barely. And no slam on Cameron, because we know he was pedaling it, but it really comes down to the driver. And because the Honda, I think, has equal horsepower, the fact that he was close enough, it's pretty interesting thing that we found out there.
Hey, I definitely agree. I feel like a fool, honestly, because my money was on the truck big time all the way. I thought off-road vehicle, money on the truck and everything. But I'm going to have to agree with you. It's all on the driver. And the guy driving the truck, he lost his muffler. He didn't even finish the race. I'm a little disappointed in him right now. I know he's laughing right now, about ready to kill me. But I'm a little disappointed in him right now because, my money was on the truck to win that one. So, and it failed miserably.
Oh well. I mean, you can't win them all, but I guess that will do it for today's edition of Overdrive. Tune in next time because hopefully, if all things go well, we will have the first comparison of the new generation of not a Prius, and I stress not a Prius, green technology. But until then, we'll see you around. Thanks for watching.
Go green.
Hey, David.
Yeah.